Or the simmering tension between the duplicitous Duke and his facelift-enhanced wife. Here's the red carpet arrival.
Try to do it privately. There have been briefings and leakings and planting of stories against me and my wife.
It began quietly, the way storms always do: a late-night post, a blurry video, an unfamiliar username, and a caption that seemed harmless at first, until people watched it. I knew her before she knew herself. 8 seconds, a teenage hallway, 2 girls laughing, and a younger Meghan Markle glancing at the camera before saying something that froze millions of screens across the world. One day, I'll decide how people remember me.
Oh, I gotta make that go away. But there's real estate. On a website homepage, there is real estate there on a newspaper front cover, and something has to be filled in there about someone royal.
The clip was short, grainy, and strangely intimate, but it wasn't the video itself that caused panic inside Montecito. It was who uploaded it. An account claiming to be run by a girl from Meghan's teenage years, someone calling herself Talia, though some insiders simply call her T. Within minutes, the clip exploded across TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. People demanded answers. Reporters scrambled for leads. Royal commentators barely slept. And according to sources close to him, Prince Harry was blindsided. A staff member showed him the clip during a meeting. Witnesses saw him go silent, lean back in his chair, and mutter only 3 words. Where did this come from? The past opens its door.
Nice. Now, we were just saying how we never have a moment to catch up.
For years, Meghan had controlled her story. Every interview, every speech, every brand moment. Crafted, polished, intentional. Her past had never been part of the public conversation. Not like this. Not with evidence. But within hours, Talia posted more. Old pictures, yearbook pages, handwritten notes, clips from school plays where Meghan already delivered lines like a professional. Harmless? Possibly. But one caption changed everything. She practiced being unforgettable long before the world knew her name. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. This wasn't an old friend reminiscing. This was someone who sounded like she had a story to tell. Someone who had been waiting years to tell it. Hollywood insiders began whispering. Royal reporters pulled all-nighters. YouTube channels uploaded hour-long breakdowns dissecting every word. And as one commentator put it, this isn't about fame. This is about origin, something Meghan had always kept private. Inside Montecito, the panic begins. According to a Montecito source, Meghan's team entered crisis mode immediately. Phones rang nonstop. PR managers compared notes. Her lawyers started drafting potential responses. But the person most shaken was Harry. He thought the attacks were coming from the media, not from Meghan's past. The insider said he didn't expect this. Not now, not like this. Harry's worries weren't about optics. They were about the kids, about stability, about the never-ending pressure around their family. He kept asking why someone from her childhood would do this. One advisor revealed he wasn't angry, he was confused. Meanwhile, Meghan wasn't confused. She was furious. Talia returns with more. The second clip was worse than the first. This time, the camera angle was closer. The lighting was brighter. And teenage Meghan spoke with startling confidence. People will believe whatever story you tell them. You just have to tell it well. The internet froze. Again, ambition or something else. Some viewers dismissed it immediately. She's a teenager. Relax. Others were more skeptical. She said this decades before becoming the Duchess of Narrative Control. This debate alone pushed the clip past 40 million views in 10 hours. And Talia wasn't done. Not even close. The letter. At 2:17 a.m., Talia posted a photo of a handwritten letter. Not typed, not digitally edited. A real piece of paper, slightly folded with teenage handwriting that looked undeniably familiar. The letter wasn't sinister, it wasn't cruel, it wasn't incriminating, but it was revealing. Meghan wrote about wanting to reshape who I am until I fit the future I want, about playing versions of myself, and about becoming someone impossible to ignore. Then came the line that set the internet on fire. I don't need to be real. I just need to be remembered. Was it dramatic teenage poetry? Was it ambition? Was it a glimpse of the adult she would become? No one knew. But millions had opinions. Harry reportedly asked Meghan directly, "Did you write this?" Her answer wasn't recorded, but the silence in that room must have been deafening. The internet divides.
But what's so interesting about it is that it is so much worse than we could reasonably have expected.
Within 24 hours, the world split into two camps. Camp A, every teenager talks like this, calm down. Camp B, this explains everything. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Journalists dug up old interviews. Body language experts reanalyzed past footage. Former classmates were hunted for comments. One claimed, Meghan reinvented herself every school year. Another said nothing, but their refusal to comment only fueled speculation. The media chaos was so intense that one Hollywood producer described it as a reputational earthquake. But the real shock wasn't online. It was inside Meghan and Harry's marriage. Rumors began circulating that the couple was arguing behind closed doors. Not about Talia, but about how to respond. Harry wanted silence. Meghan wanted strategy. And those two things rarely go together. Meghan breaks her silence.
Priority list.
I feel fortunate that our children
3 tense days passed before Meghan finally appeared on camera. No glam squad, no makeup, just her, speaking softly against a plain background. I was young, she said. I said dramatic things. We all did, but she insisted the clips were selective, edited, manipulated. Some viewers believed her. Others said it was her most calculated performance yet. PR experts called it controlled vulnerability. Critics called it narrative maintenance. But regardless of opinion, the video did one thing. It shifted attention for a moment. Because Talia wasn't finished. Talia posted the clip that changed everything. This one wasn't blurry. It wasn't grainy. It wasn't distant. It was filmed up close. Clear, steady. Meghan at 15, sitting cross-legged on a bedroom floor saying, if the world doesn't see who you are, show them who you want them to see instead. The internet imploded. Hollywood gossip sites crashed from traffic. British tabloids printed early editions. Commentators rushed live streams. But what made it worse was what happened next. A new theory emerged, the teenage blueprint theory.
I put myself at risk for that, but I will continue on with a life of public service.
Analysts began assembling transcripts. People lined up the clips. Patterns emerged. Meghan wasn't an accidental star. She was intentional, deliberate, strategic, long before adulthood. One commentator said, this wasn't reinvention. This was preparation. Another said, she didn't become famous. She built it. But the theory that shook Harry the most came from a royal historian. Meghan didn't marry into power. She sought a stage big enough for the version of herself she wanted the world to see. According to insiders, Harry felt blindsided by how the story framed his wife. He hates when people paint Meghan as manipulative. One friend explained, to him she's the opposite. Misunderstood, not calculating, but the footage was hard to ignore. And Harry knew it. Hollywood freezes. Brands paused campaigns. Streaming platforms quietly reduced her homepage visibility. Advertising teams postponed scheduled releases. Studios whispered about risk assessments. One executive allegedly said, this isn't a scandal. This is a character origin we weren't prepared to explain. Meanwhile, Meghan convened her team for what sources called a 7-hour strategy session. Voices were raised. One staffer reportedly quit mid-call. And after reviewing the clips, Meghan made a decision that shocked even her closest advisors. She would not apologize. She would not deny. She would reframe. Meghan's countermove.
Becoming more isolated, winding up the royal family, and people are beginning to turn off and switch off from them.
After 2 days of silence, a teaser appeared. 30 seconds, dark background. Meghan speaking quietly. There's a story people want to tell about me. But there's also the truth. No music, no glamour, just tension. The clip ended with Part 1, Becoming. It went viral instantly. People called it genius. Others called it manipulative. But everyone watched it. Even Talia. And an hour later, she returned. The final blow. Talia posted a longer video. This one was not a clip, not a photo, not a letter. It was a confession. Her voice trembled as she said, I'm not doing this to hurt her. I'm doing it because people deserve to know the Meghan I knew. She described a teenage Meghan obsessed with the future version of herself. A girl who edited who she was based on, who she wanted to be. Someone who treated life like a rehearsal. Then she ended with, she once told me, everything is a role if you play it long enough. Believe that if you want. I'm done. And then she disappeared. Her accounts locked. Her posts deleted, her usernames vanished. Some said she was paid off, others said she felt threatened. No one knew the truth, but the timing was suspicious. Prince Harry breaks. A source close to the Sussexes said Harry looked genuinely shaken. Not because he believed the rumors. He didn't. But because he was watching the woman he loved being dissected by the world again. He hates the internet, the insider said. He hates how easily it rewrites her. Behind closed doors, Harry reportedly asked, "Why now? Who benefits from this?" There was no answer. The supercharged comeback.
And, the weather's pretty great, but we're just happy.
Yeah, that's not them there. That's not.
A week later, Meghan launched her full response, a 12-minute short film titled Becoming. It wasn't defensive, it wasn't angry, it wasn't apologetic. It was reflective, emotional, and crafted to show her humanity. Clips of her children, clips of her charity work, clips of handwritten journal entries. Moments of vulnerability, real or performed, no one could tell. People cried. People rolled their eyes. People argued, but they watched. Hollywood reversed course. Streaming platforms boosted her again. Brands reached out. A director said, "She turned a scandal into a spectacle and won." But privately, Harry whispered something to a friend. "She always bounces back. I just wish she didn't have to." The twist no one expected. Just as the story began to settle, another bomb dropped. A new anonymous account posted, "If she wants the truth, she'll get it." Attached, a picture of a torn yearbook with Meghan's teenage face circled. The internet exploded again. Was this Talia, someone else, a third person from Meghan's past? No one knew, but the caption suggested one thing. The story wasn't over, and Prince Harry, already exhausted, now faces another wave he didn't see coming, because the past, once opened, rarely stays quiet, and Meghan's past has just begun speaking.